Welcome back to another episode of Ron's Guitar Lounge. As you can see, Ron isn't here. He's letting somebody in. Who do we got?
We have guests.
Yeah.
Yep, two of them.
Where do we go?
You should back this up a little bit now.
Should I?
You should. Are you live or not?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You're crooked now.
You're crooked.
Anyway.
It's a little crooked.
What? Oh, once in a while.
Right.
We got bartenders.
We got bartenders. We have Sarah and Honesty from Raising the Bar with us tonight. So, what we're gonna talk about and who sponsors us first.
Beard Wisconsin. Go to beardsconsin.com. Use the code WISCO10 for 10% off your entire purchase. They got hats, they got beanies, they got hoodies, t-shirts, beard balm, beard oil. They have all that at beardsconsin.com. WISCO10 for 10% off your entire purchase. Been a sponsor since day one, so thank you.
Go Beard.
Yeah, you should grow one.
Got one.
That's not
Thank you.
good. Who's working on it?
Where did we first of all, we've been gone for about a month. So,
Yeah, but this is our 20th episode.
and I should say Amy's not feeling well tonight. She's under the weather a little bit, so she's not here tonight. So
She's next door, but she should be watching.
should be watching. Which
Your phone's right there.
oh yeah.
Turn your sound down right away.
I did already.
You're the only one.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we gonna talk about? Like,
I want to talk about free agency.
we're gonna talk free agency, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this fantasy baseball league that I'm putting together.
You finally
For
get
fun.
Your, finally
For
get
fun.
your shit together.
Ooh, I
I
like
got-
fantasy baseball.
Well, this is just a fun thing. We're gonna be goofy about it. It's my rules, and I'm the only member of the rules committee.
You're like the king of the castle and
Yes.
it's my way or the highway?
Exactly.
Perfect, count me in.
Exactly. So, and there might be regrets at the end of the season if you lose. So,
Why is that? Is it like
well, we're gonna have fun.
wear a Vikings jersey in public or?
Hell no.
No, I got better ideas than that.
Oh, okay. I'm still intrigued.
If I had to wear a Vikings jersey in public, I'd probably burn alive.
It's like putting holy water on the devil.
Yeah. But yeah, we should talk about free agency.
Yeah.
It's a long list for Green Bay. Not as long as the list for Minnesota.
Minnesota I think, has done pretty well. I'm kind of excited about it. At first, I wanted them to keep Kirk, but now I think he's an asshole. So,
Did you want them to keep him because he's good or because you want them to not have a good quarterback?
oh,
I like
no.
her already.
Yeah, I can see the feisty coming out. Yeah. I just wanted him to be around for another year or so to help transition. But now I'm excited. They're working on new draft, getting up higher in the draft picks right now, and trying to maneuver to get a top tier quarterback in the draft, which the Vikings organization has not done that for. I don't remember them.
Dante
ever.
Culpepper.
Oh, yeah,
99,
Yeah.
98 and 99, yeah.
Culpepper.
Yeah.
And that was short-lived
Hey,
also.
what about Christian Ponder?
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
Tavares Jackson.
And before that, It was like purple people eater time.
Yeah. Frank Tarkenton.
So, yeah, I'm kinda excited about the draft. I mean, they went out and got another first rounder, which hopefully they use to get up into the top 5 at least. Personally, I wanna see JJ McCarthy
Yeah.
in purple, but I'll take any of them top tiers. ones,
Drake May.
I don't know, I'm kinda stuck on McCarthy. So. But yeah,
I think you guys should go for that Penix Jr.
I haven't heard him much. I mean, he's good, but they don't talk like he's top 5 quarterback type of material, so. Yeah, I listen to the K-Fan every morning, so I get all their insight on it and whatnot, so.
I mean, you guys did sign Aaron Jones.
Which, I have to work my way into that.
You need a sombrero now.
No,
Yeah.
no, and I'm not wearing
And
them
sunglasses.
stupid ass sunglasses. I mean, I think he's gonna, I know he's gonna bring a lot to the team as far as the run game and stuff goes. But last year was just plain old bad. So I mean, but what he can do out of the backfield with his running abilities and then the short, the screen pass, that short little dump out in the flat type of situation, he's very good at that.
Thought Alexander Madison was gonna be the next Adrian Peterson.
No, I never said that.
You didn't, but
No, he had his place and he was much better coming into the game than being a starter.
yeah. Never should have got rid of Dalvin Cook.
I don't think he's gonna play next year.
Oh, and you got Sam Darnold, so quarterback of the future right there. Your futures are,
His cap is nothing but up. I mean, you can't really go down, so.
1 year, $10 million. That's a lot for a backup.
It's only 1 year though, cause he's gonna be starting.
You don't know that.
Yeah, he'll start the beginning of the season, so.
But Green Bay went out and got Josh Jacobs, which led into releasing Aaron Jones. He did have an attitude problem last year, but that was because he thought he should be paid more, which he is being paid more now.
I see that as kind of a sideways move. I mean, getting rid of Jones and bringing him in, I just don't see
See, Jones is 30, Jacobs is 26. You look at I hated it, but you look at the stats, Jacobs has actually had better stats than Aaron Jones. Yards per carry, broken tackles. He can catch out of the backfield like Jones.
I'm sure they'll make it work, no matter what, so.
I don't think Minnesota's gonna use Aaron Jones like Green Bay did.
Yeah, probably not, no.
And if he would have stayed in Green Bay, he would have been a backup. So, and they went out and signed their first round safety, Xavier McKinney
Yeah, I haven't
from New York.
I haven't kept track of the Green Bay side of it, so.
And I haven't kept track of the Minnesota side. Green Bay signed Jacobs, signed McKinney, re-signed Dillon for, I wouldn't even call it, it's not even veterans minimum. It's less than the league minimum, I think. It's only like $1 million.
I heard they didn't have much cap space to move with though, did they?
They released Bakhtiari and Campbell, that was $30 million. Right now they have over $20 million in cap space.
Okay. Where do they draft at?
15, I think. They have 2 in the first.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
That must be from previous.
that was
Something.
from Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
They
Makes
got
sense.
1 first round, and then they get a
Think he'll play this year?
5th round.
Rogers will play.
Think so?
Let's see who wins the vice presidency.
True story.
Stupid.
But no, they released Bakhtiari and Campbell. That created 30 million in cap space. I haven't seen this much cap space in my life with Green Bay.
Yeah, they had to get rid of Bakhtiari.
They should have got rid of him last year. They re-signed Nixon for 3 years. Then they signed Greg Joseph to push Carlson to.
Packers taking.
Don't even start.
Oh yeah.
Who signed Brett Favre?
I knew that was coming.
Who has Aaron Jones? Who signed Greg Jennings? Who signed Ryan Long?
You know where I was going with this? Because as soon as Vikings sign a former Packer, all you hear is, "Oh, the Vikings are taking all our old has-been players."
It's because most of the time when
Second.
when they leave Green Bay, they go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Is that because it's the graveyard where they go to die, or it's second
they
chance?
know their career is on the down slope,
That's
and
all you hear though. As soon as one of the Packers come over to the Vikings, it's
When Brett Favre signed with the Vikings, I was still a Vikings fan, so it was exciting. Like, we've been playing this guy forever, and he's always been our nemesis and the downfall of our team every year, and then he was gonna be a part of it, and look how well that went.
had one good year, breaks his
it was
ankle.
fun to watch him that first year.
It was really fun.
We had him for
But
a lot
again,
more
if
than
Brett
that.
Favre can't get the Vikings a Super Bowl, I'm not sure it can happen.
I thought Christian Potter was. He was the next coming of Brett Favre.
There's 8 people watching this right now.
Yeah, it's probably the bar.
Hiya.
Oh, we lost one.
No, but you think they're gonna give Jefferson what he wants? He thinks he's a $40 million receiver.
You know, if they're not going to, they better damn well trade him.
I heard that Cincinnati is,
I heard that they already offered him a huge deal.
well, they have to trade for him first and then sign him, but I don't know how they can afford him and Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
I'm already tired of listening to it.
Joe Burrow is already making over $50 million a year.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is gonna be making $30 million a year.
Yeah, everybody's so money hungry. Oh, let's talk about money. Nobody in their right frickin' mind, Sam Darnold is not worth $10 million a year, okay?
Aaron Jones is worth more than Sam Darnold.
No one's worth, I mean, these millions of freaking dollars a year to play a freaking game.
$30 million a year is $576,923.08 a week.
Yeah.
That's more than, that's more than our president gets paid. That's more than a lot of salaries. That's 1 week. That's
That's
1 week's
disgusting.
salary. And they don't even play all year round. They play 16 weeks.
It's absolutely disgusting the money that goes on. And it just goes to drive the ticket prices up for us to go watch a game, which I will never go watch a game because I will not pay that kind of money to watch a football game.
But even like you're wearing a twin shirt, jersey sales, hat
Yeah,
sales, all of it, it's just ridiculous. They don't need that much money to do something
No.
they supposedly
No.
love.
What was it, Kirk Cousins' lifetime? It was like
More than Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And he's won one
$400
playoff game.
million or something like that?
After this contract, he'll make over 400. That's guaranteed.
Where'd he go to?
Atlanta. 100 and what, 80?
180,
With 100 million guaranteed.
100 million guaranteed.
So he's already made 300 million, mostly from Minnesota,
And he sucked.
because all of his contracts were fully guaranteed. He took the feet right off from under Minnesota in those 2 contracts. Never seen anybody sign 2 straight fully guaranteed contracts. That much money.
Unreal.
No.
Highway robbery.
No, the first 2 days of the free agency stuff, I listened to K-Fan for 10 hours a day at work because I was just intrigued by listening to it because that's all they talked about was not just the Vikings but throughout the league and whatnot. But that come across with him and it was just $180 million, 4 years. No one ever even thought 4 years, which he won't be there 4 years anyway, but.
No.
But to
Neither
guarantee it for 2 years was crazy.
So if he stays for 2 years, he gets the whole 180?
Even
No,
if,
100.
Oh, 100.
He's gotta be there for the fully 4 to get the 180.
Well, I would leave after 2 years then. You get 100 for being there for 2 years, you only get 80 for being there for the next 2.
But I mean, he was gonna retire Redskin, then he's gonna retire Viking, then now he says he's gonna retire Falcon. So who's gonna retire as next?
Whoever offers them the biggest paycheck.
Mhm.
Brett Favre retired 3 times.
Third one finally stuck.
so,
Since they're here,
oh, absolutely, we have to do this.
That sounds scary.
Let's talk about Racing and Bar, what's going on there?
Well, right now we're having karaoke.
Family karaoke night?
Yep, family karaoke night. Pizzas and stuff.
Pizza?
Yeah, pizzas and appetizers.
Pizza's on these awesome new boards.
Right.
he's full of himself.
They are beautiful.
I was pretty impressed with the crowd tonight. It was, for a Wednesday night, a pretty decent Easter crowd with Carjackers karaoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow we got Wingo Bingo.
Bingo, bingo.
Wingo Bingo.
I was there last
Pot's
Thursday
up
for
there
that.
pretty high, so if you're gonna get there early.
I was quite impressed. The first time I'd been up there was last Thursday. Me and Tracy went out there and we were like, whoa, these
Yeah.
numbers are really big.
It was
This
crazy.
This is fun doing bingo here and stuff, so.
Yeah, it was a large crowd last week. I think this crowd will be even bigger this week because the pot's a little bit bigger,
Pot's
so,
bigger,
and
yeah.
bigger pots bring in bigger crowds.
Yeah, we should go play bingo on some Thursday night. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was, I drove uptown and I'm going, well, there was no place to park. So, yeah. Tracy and I played the cribbage tournament last Saturday.
Oh, yeah, cribbage tournament. was-
And we managed to take first and second place in it too.
Well, congratulations.
Must not have been a lot of people.
7 of us. 7, yeah.
How does that work with pairs?
We didn't do pairs, there was enough people to do pairs, so we did singles. So.
So you cheated, is what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I
did not
heard.
cheat, no. No, I beat Tracy I played Tracy the first game. And I put 20 on her the very first hand, and I beat her by 29 points.
So who got first? You or her?
Tracy did.
Oh, she beat you
She
eventually.
did lose the rest of the time,
So
but,
she's gonna live a legend.
yeah,
Cribbage legend.
so yeah.
What do we got going on Saturday?
Saturday, I believe we have an Easter,
Oh, Adult Easter egg.
Oh,
hunt.
adult Easter. Okay,
I feel
so
like there's
Saturday.
one too.
Come on down for Easter on Saturday.
I am out of town, I'm leaving after work tomorrow, so I'll be gone until Monday sometime.
I'm working. Not at the bar though.
I gotta help my dad move.
That sounds fun.
So, yeah, we all love Raising the Bar, we love Jim, we tolerate
I
Tim.
was just gonna say those exact words. We tolerate Tim.
I don't know how you tolerate him.
I love Tim. He's a great guy.
We're all keeping Bobby in our thoughts as she goes through her process of getting healthy again.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So what's our next topic?
I
Fancy.
think
We're already
actually
done.
wanna talk about, people are panicking that Green Bay might leave, or Packers might leave Green Bay, but, cause their lease.
We're not gonna leave.
No,
That's
it's just
never
like,
gonna happen.
it's like Milwaukee's lease was up in a couple of years and they just re-signed it until the 2040s. And they're like, oh, they had one meeting and they couldn't agree on something. It's like Green Bay is not gonna, or, the Packers are not gonna leave Green Bay. They've been there for over 100 years.
Yeah.
Aren't they like the second team in the league? Like, weren't they like team
Yeah,
number one or team
Chicago
number two?
was one, and then
Right.
Green Bay was number two.
Right,
And
And
they
they've
had the
never-
oldest rivalry. They've been playing since the 20s.
and they've never moved.
Nope.
They're not going anywhere.
No, it's a gold mine and.
Yeah, nobody could afford to buy it.
Because
Maybe the
I don't
Amazon.
really know how that works. So you have to lease the land from the city, I'm guessing.
I would imagine.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how the Packers don't own that by now, but I really don't know, and I don't get into that.
Probably because there's probably not an option to own it because the city is never gonna, they're never gonna give up that spot, like. Why
No,
would they? It
you-
brings in revenue to the
Right.
community, it brings in revenue for the state. Like, it's a mutual agreement where we're making money for you, you're making money for us, kind of thing.
yeah, they're trying to get like a 20-year lease or something, 20 or 30-year lease. Like Milwaukee is, or the Brewers are in Milwaukee for 50 more years. They just signed a new lease with the city of Milwaukee. So I would imagine that Green Bay would sign something, or keep saying that the Packers would sign
Something with Green Bay.
something similar with Green Bay. Because one, Milwaukee's baseball team already moved out once and became the Atlanta Braves. Used to be the Milwaukee Braves.
Really? I did not know this, and I'm a Milwaukee fan.
And then Seattle was bought out and brought to Milwaukee and became the Brewers. So in the 70s.
Brewers are not doing well in spring training this year. Have you watched any game? They're not doing well. I'm so disappointed.
I don't get,
Yeah, the Twins is another story, but you talk Brewers first.
I've been watching the games because, well, I work from home and I can.
Mhm.
And they're just not playing well. They traded players this year and they're not looking great, but it's spring training, so it's like preseason in football. You don't
Most of-
put your
yeah.
best players in there all game long.
most of the time, like Yelich won't play the whole spring training. They'll only play a couple games a week.
Well, they traded Tellez and that really bummed me out. He was my favorite.
He wasn't very good anymore.
He was all right.
He's getting old and he was hurt most of
He
last season.
was hurt too, yeah.
So, no, they traded for Reese Hoskins. I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully he's not the next Rowdy Tellez. But Hoskins also came off of like ACL surgery, I think. But he's already playing. He tore his ACL last fall and he's already back, so hopefully work takes us to a game this
I'm
year.
ready for regular season to start. I think we got 4 more weeks of pre.
No,
Friday.
Twins play first, their opener is in
I
Kansas
don't
City.
think the
tomorrow.
Brewers' first game is till April, or maybe that was home opener, I guess.
They played on Friday. They were supposed to play tomorrow, but they're playing in New York and they expect a lot of rain, so they moved it to Friday.
Okay.
They play Minnesota next Tuesday and Wednesday at home for the home opener.
Perfect.
I know the Twins got Kansas City tomorrow. In Kansas City.
So
So yeah, the Twins is, if the Poles had actually opened up their frickin' checkbook and pay for something, once in a while, they let a pitcher go, they let Sonny Gray go, let him leave and do for another team, which, I mean, he was a solid pitcher last year and whatnot, but they didn't replace him. They refused to spend money for pitching. So we have Pablo Lopez as the opening day starting pitcher, and they have nobody else really. And nobody else has proven himself, and it's just I just don't understand the concept behind what the ownership is doing there. And they have the rest of the team is fairly solid. I mean the regular day players They should put a good team together, but if they don't have pitching, they're not gonna do well.
See, like, last year with Correa, they kinda got baited into that. I don't think they should have brought Correa back. He failed physicals with other teams, and they didn't sign him.
Yeah, but he was solid through the year. I mean, he had a slump or two, but as far as health wise, he was pretty solid throughout the year.
This is his first time in a long time. But he's also getting up there in age. But baseball's different than football.
I don't know, that Buxton's supposed to be healthy for the first time in probably 3 years, probably. So, kinda excited about that. Their third baseman, Royce Lewis, I'm excited about.
Hey, he was in the minor leagues last year, wasn't
He was, at the end of the year, he was an everyday player.
he?
So,
They bring him up in September.
no, he was, I believe it was sometime after
All-Star break.
All-Star break. He was solid. He's a power hitter, plays solid D. So it's a good, they finally have a good third baseman at least there. Whatnot, so. So, kinda excited about it, but not gonna get my hopes up. So,
So it's like being a Brewers fan.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
they're really good. Then the All-Star break comes and then it comes to September and they just teeter,
Just enough to
teeter,
play one
make the
playoff.
wild card and get their asses handed to them
Yeah,
every
Very
year. Or they'll win the Central and they'll get blown out in the NLDS. Or we play the Dodgers. Out of every frickin' team in the National League, we play, it's like the Packers with the 49ers.
it's very similar to when I was a Vikings fan, plain and simple. 16-1 championship game, 41-0, you're out.
Yeah.
Brewers are that way ever since I became a Brewers fan.
So it's you.
It could be me.
I mean, I was down.
Maybe the timing is right.
I was down here when the Minneapolis Miracle happened, and I was the only Packer fan down here.
Have the Brewers ever won a World Series?
They've
Never?
been to one or two. I think it's just one. And they lost like
Not
3
really.
games to 1 or something, 4 games to 1. That was when Robin Yount was in his prime. But
that's one thing the Twins have for them, at least they've won it twice. They've been in the series 3 times and they've won 2.
it's been 30 years, but
Right.
91?
87 and 91.
Yeah. So in 91, we got to go on a school trip to Game 6 of the World Series. That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I would think it'd be cool if it was the Brewers and the Twins in the World Series. I think Minnesota and Wisconsin would explode.
Blow everything up.
Yeah.
There'd be no more beer left in the States.
Bush Light would run out.
Yeah.
Good luck finding pizza and wings.
We're not getting
Come to
any
Racing the Bar,
comments.
we'll have pizza and wings.
We'll stock up. We know now.
No one is commenting tonight, and it's fun when people comment.
Look at this. Let me get on, I'll comment.
Well, what am I doing wrong here then?
Dan's been commenting a lot.
I don't see that. I'm gonna be out of this and then go back in.
Like a lot.
So, oh, there it is. Oh, Hannah, she's saying, hey, ladies. Dan, yeah.
Hey.
He says we don't have cool hats on today.
I got Twins hat on.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, Dan agrees with me, the third baseman is a beast. Royce Lewis.
You guys need to have
15.
an opening song or sound, maybe like Swoosh opening his beer.
This is Dan. Dan said he played 50, as Royce Lewis played 57 games, hit 17 home runs and 4 grand slams
For the Twins or the Brewers?
for the Twins.
51 RBIs. Oh, Tracy's watching. Yeah, Beth says you got a lot of comments. Smart ass.
Well, there was nothing on my phone.
Yeah, you're old, you don't know how to use your phone.
I am old.
Yeah, you're over 30 years older than me.
Says the guy who can barely drink in the bar.
I know I farted you a couple of times.
Me?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember.
We're not old, we're wise.
I'm old.
He's just old.
I'm old.
Alright, well, I'm not getting older yet, I'm only getting wiser.
Talk about the draft a little bit.
Beth says that we are all here for you, Ron. I'm so loved.
You have one person in your pity party.
Dan says, Blake, I said Midway doesn't have cool hats.
Oh. I talked to Chase about it.
Yeah.
They could raise the bar, but we already talked about
I also talked to Jim as well,
About
his stuff. So, I actually, what are you doing?
I don't know, I'm watching him try to
No.
use, I'm watching him try to use his phone and it's cracking me up a little bit.
Apparently I hit the side button on here and it wanted me to make an SOS call.
I mean, I'll admit that sometimes I have to call my 18-year-old daughter and ask her how to do something on my phone, but I'm not that bad.
You good now?
Don't have honesty back.
She's very honest.
No, we love it when people, we appreciate you guys coming in and talking.
Especially when there's more than one Packer fan in here.
it.
Helps even out the playing field.
Yeah.
I'll always be outnumbered no matter what, so.
That's not really.
Unless,
Go sports.
or,
She has not said one word related to sports at all, so I'm not sure if it's who's playing right now. Right? Do you have a team? No.
it's okay.
Neither one of them did very well this year.
Our cruises are done.
Yeah, I know they've been on for a while.
My next team after the Packers is the Texans. Go Texans.
Hannah, she's laughing at you.
I would too, though.
Well, that's why Dan needs to come on here so I can bring us
Dan
our
needs to
pieces.
come on. Well, Dan's gotta come on for the baseball draft. So we're good. We should talk, maybe next.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not have a
I
Wednesday
have,
show.
I have to
Friday
confer with people, but
with your significant other,
And
So you
fan,
don't
and
get-
fan club.
so you don't get slapped.
no, never.
That's right, you like slapping.
Hannah says she's adorable. You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great.
Why are you guys looking at me?
Because Hannah's
Talking
commenting.
about you.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I also wanna do a football, like the NFL draft,
Mm-hmm.
like what we were talking about coming up, researching people who you think your team should draft,
Do it on our own type
Yeah.
of thing? Yeah.
and then actually come together and talk about it. It's probably gonna be a pretty long.
I've got pages of shit written down for the baseball one here. I mean, as far as players, I've written down like the top players of each position to draft from. And I'll go through my rules and regulations and shit here after a bit, but,
I have that on there, but I mean, like, we should probably do it closer to the draft than,
we love your comments, Hannah.
I want to figure out how this fantasy baseball thing works.
But I'm the founding and only member of the rules committee.
What are your rules and when are you going to post them?
We'll get to that.
There's probably like 3 other people that want to know too.
Right at the end, he's gonna be like, I win. Screw you all.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
yeah, you would, don't listen to him. He's a liar.
I'm ready to go home and start building my team.
Yeah, the draft is like a month away, so should probably do the show closer.
The draft will be on a Thursday night, so we could actually,
Thursday through, yeah,
we
turn
could,
it on.
we could turn it on and and do a show on that Thursday night while it's,
I think it
Well,
starts
it's
around 7 too,
I believe you're correct.
so if we start earlier, like right before,
It's gonna be crazy with this, the top 10 picks, with the Vikings trying to jockey around to.
so they're at 11. Minnesota is.
They have 11 and 23 right now, but they're gonna move up.
Probably, yeah, they're gonna move up.
They're gonna move up.
They're probably trying to move up into the top 5.
They were talking, with the Cardinals today on KFan. That'd be a team they could work with. So, get up into number 4 possibly, but
Yeah, McCarthy will probably.
you never know what's gonna happen until it happens, put it that way.
Packers have 11 picks and Minnesota has 9.
So Dan just said Minnesota trades up to number 4, which would be Cardinals. So,
Yeah, McCarthy would still be there, but I don't know if McCarthy is.
I'm set on McCarthy,
I bet you draft May.
Where's he coming from?
Michigan.
Michigan.
He just won a national championship. You never know. Hey, Harbaugh's in not San Diego, Los Angeles now.
Yeah.
You think that he might try and dump Justin Herbert somewhere to get up
Oh, Dan, come on. He's not overrated.
there?
I wouldn't say no to Herbert.
He's a really good quarterback. He
Yeah.
just needs an actual team.
Yep.
A coach. I don't know. They traded and released everybody, half the team, it seems like, so. They might try and get rid of Herbert during the draft to go draft up higher and get McCarthy. So Harbaugh can have McCarthy again.
See, Herbert, that'd be that's his contract year then too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's not an attractive thing for me, having to deal with a contract again. So it'd have
Well,
to
they
be-
wouldn't be trading with Minnesota. They'd be trading with somebody in the top 5. Arizona. Arizona would take, well, I don't think they'd take Herbert over. I don't even know his name because I don't really care about him.
Dan says Herbert isn't going. It'd be something about 100 million dead cap hit, and that'd be horrendous.
Well, you guys wouldn't be taking it on.
Yeah, we don't want that. I want to start fresh and young.
It's like Russell Wilson in Denver, they're taking an $80 million cap hit.
What the hell is Pittsburgh doing? I mean, what is the purpose? They take Wilson and then they trade for.
So Fields can sit behind Wilson. Just like Green Bay does.
You think that's going to
And-
go well?
The Steelers signed Wilson to the veterans minimum. They don't have to pay him hardly anything. Same with Fields. Fields is on his contract here. So. Anyways, why don't you talk about the Midway?
Talk about the Midway.
I was there on Saturday
What is that?
and Thursday.
I was there on Thursday.
I haven't heard a lot what's going on with them, but you know, the same old Chase is always doing a great job. They're putting in a new pizza oven, did a little remodeling in there, stuff I see, so.
Really?
I don't know any events that are coming up.
They're doing the ATV, UTV run on May 4th.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen.
So, but once again, thanks to Chase and the Raising the Bar, that bringing Clear Lake, downtown Clear Lake, around again and being a fun place to hang out again.
Our goal is to put it on the map.
Yeah.
We might as well get it on the map.
Absolutely. And the two owners of the bars in town are doing an exceptional job at it, so,
They do, and they work well together and coordinate things, and it works out perfectly.
absolutely.
Which, we also had our banquet, or, was you know,
I was
banquet,
gonna bring that up, how was that?
it was awesome. I mean, everybody at Raising the Bar is awesome,
Thank you,
and
thank you.
the
Yeah, you
food,
guys are, I mean,
Like-
we love hanging out there, so.
the food. Oh my god,
I got some of it. Jim, we were sitting, we had ordered a pizza
When's the music fest?
and, we're sitting, I didn't finish it, I just, we had a to-go box and whatnot, all of a sudden Jim's throwing, the bacon wrapped pork tenderloins in front of us, all wrapped up, and I threw them into the go box, and then all of a sudden another plate shows up with chicken breasts or whatever, chicken on it. So yeah, it was very good.
Did you try the bacon wrap tenderloins?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't make it up there for that. They
Oh.
looked fantastic.
They were.
They
they were like
Definitely
melting
did.
your mouth.
Yes, yep.
And we still have some on a special plate for $9.95 today with a wing, smoked wing,
Oh, yeah?
steamed vegetables, and I wanna say some mashed potatoes. Don't quote me on those taters.
I did see something on Facebook the other day that they had that special going.
I'm surprised they've lasted this long. If I would've eaten there, I probably would've ordered like 2 of them, 2 helpings of those tenderloins. Holy crap.
I mean, and feel free to, if you go up there, deliver to me, cause I'll eat them any day too, so.
Jerry had a little bit, you're making noise. Thank you.
His rules, he's in charge.
Damn straight. So, yeah,
What? Why don't you talk about your fantasy baseball?
fantasy baseball. Well, as Blake knows, I've talked to him about doing a fun time fantasy baseball league. No money involved unless we want to.
I think Ron should wear a dress if he loses.
The end goal at the end of the season, which will be at the end of the season, won't be playoffs or anything because it's just the way it is.
So 160 some games.
160 some games,
Or
so
62 games.
it's gonna be very simple. I am going to basically take care of all the scoring and stuff because that makes it fair because no one will get an unfair advantage. Even though I'm the founding and only member of the rules committee, I will be fair to everybody.
I'm gonna need that in writing.
He won't let you forget it. He won't let you
This is
forget
a
it.
binding contract in
Right.
Wisconsin.
It's actually on video, so we're good.
Yeah,
But is it on a cocktail napkin? Then it won't count.
I have cocktail napkins here.
I have paper towel. Not the same.
We're good.
So
Oh,
how does the draft work then?
Well, we're gonna get together and drink alcohol and then we're going to draft players, which it'll be, however many people wanna join this, we'll draw cards to see who gets first pick and second.
Sounds amazing.
And, I have a list of players that are the top 25 to 30 players that I have written down, and if there's players that you guys wanna draft that I do not have on my list, you're more than welcome to pick those players also.
I would hope so. There's
I'm
a lot of
explaining,
people in the MLB.
I'm just explaining.
I'm just stating facts.
And everybody that's watching right now wants to know, what do we win?
Well, we win
Trophy.
just a
Traveling trophy.
fun
A beer trophy?
party at the end of the,
I
Oh,
say
so-
beer trophy.
So even if I lose, everybody wins?
correct.
Okay, perfect, I'm in.
I wanna try to get maybe a party bus, if someone could hook us up with a party bus experience.
I know
For
that.
sure, count me in. Maybe the Twins will make it to the playoffs and we can take the party bus to the Twins game.
I don't wanna do that.
No? Okay.
I just wanna go bar hop and
Money
local.
problem.
So it would be just a party at the end of the season. But this is the catch.
Uh-oh.
Someone has to lose. It doesn't mean you're a loser, but there's gonna be losers,
Means you're a not winner.
a not winner.
A not
Correct,
winner.
and that's okay.
Yes. Yes, it's
And
okay to be a
it's
not
okay.
winner. Yeah.
It's
It's a
okay.
punishment.
It's not a punishment.
No, but it's technically.
For
No.
being proud?
What is your
Not everybody can win all the time.
What is your task as the not loser?
It's very simple.
Not winner, I mean.
Blake's dad and stepmom have a new business,
Which I'm gonna talk about.
and I think we can work out a deal where they might do some screen printing on a couple shirts, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, we can do that.
And it's very simple, but the bottom two people will be wearing a baseball type shirt like this, it'd be white with the colored sleeves.
Mhm.
One's gonna say, I'm the pitcher, and the other one's gonna say, I'm the catcher. And we're gonna go bar hopping.
Absolutely. And even after all of that, I am still in.
What
So,
about the winner?
simple fun.
I'm gonna do it, but
The winner can say, I
I'll
won.
help you.
I won.
No, there's no other t-shirts, it's just them two.
It's just the not winners. So actually, the not winners
Well-
are really, truly the winners. Because they're the only ones that get a prize.
The thing is, at this, when we go bar hopping, every time they walk into a bar, they have to say, I'm the pitcher and I'm the catcher.
You have put far too much thought into this, and I love it.
So that's my story.
You gotta put a bat and,
No, we're just doing it simple.
no, I'm just,
Bring the sign up to raising the bar. I'll get people to sign up.
Dan says he'll make a sweet tumbler. Awesome.
No, he needs to make two, one for the pitcher and one for the catcher.
So yeah, that's my deal. This is kind of the format I'm going. We all know that we're gonna draft players. It's gonna be players to consist of a team.
Mhm.
Outfielders, infielders, pitcher, catcher, and a DH. Okay? So what I'm doing is a simple point system of RBIs. 10 RBIs equals 1 point. Stolen bases, 10 equals 1 point. Innings pitched, 10 equals 1 point. Gonna make it real simple. Strikeouts by pitchers, 10 equals a point. Home runs, 5 home runs will equal 1 point. And runs scored, that'll be another 10 runs scored equals a point. So I will keep a running tab, or actually, I don't have to do anything until the end of the season happens.
Yeah, just look at their averages, or their scores, or whatever you call them.
If you lose a player to injury or the disabled list, you may pick up a player to replace one.
to make that where you only get like one a week.
No, that wouldn't be fair. You need to field a complete team, no matter what, so. Fine. I'm the founding and only member of the rules committee.
But then once that player comes off the injured list, you have to drop a player.
He
The same
gets to make a choice of keeping the player that he has or
Yeah.
bringing back the player.
Yeah.
And if
That's
he
what I'm
doesn't
saying.
bring back the player, somebody else can pick that player.
He or she,
Or they,
Or they.
or they,
or
Or
cat,
it,
or
or, I mean,
kangaroo, or
let's
panda, or.
So
let's be
giraffe.
open-minded.
it's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. We don't have to get serious about anything. If you can, I'm gonna say right now, you can do side wagers if you want. Or if you think that we should put money into it, which it would be minute, I'm not gonna make anybody pay a lot of money to play this game.
Just
$10
enough to pay for the bus.
Need a lot of
A
people.
lot of people do that.
$10 a person.
We have to be willing, let's put it this way, we have to be willing to pay for a bus, put it that way.
Okay.
I think the winner
Or a
should
van, if there's not that many people.
windowless van.
I know a guy who has one of those.
I think we should make a beer trophy for first place. and it's
Once
Trammell
again, you
Trophy.
are not the founding and only member of the.
I'm giving you ideas. But there's like a piece of wood, all you gotta do is cut it, stick it on the front, and they write their name and the year they won.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Stanley Cup where it passes around from year to year, and every year you just add another year.
He's kinda coming down to it, he wants me to make it.
Are you?
All you have to do is take a
Well,
piece
I
of
was just
wood.
gonna ask him if he was on layoff right now and he really had this big idea in his head.
I drink enough beer, I can make the trophy.
Okay,
It's
deal.
just beer. But you just need a piece of square wood to put on the bottom, and then you super glue the cans into like a pyramid, or
And White Claw, will you put White Claw in
I
there?
can put whatever.
All right, thank you.
Not this.
My sponsor is Black Cherry White Claw.
Plug
Not
your nose
this.
if you have to drink it.
It's a champagne beer, why wouldn't it?
I don't
Because
even-
it's gotta
I don't
be a
even-
can.
And I don't even think they sell that in a can.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Ew. I mean, yum.
This is better out of a can.
Beth has a question, I'm not quite understanding. Would you not have to do that when the injury happened?
I think she's talking about the baseball.
Would you not have to do? Would you not have to, like pick up another player?
I guess you wouldn't have to.
Like say
but-
they're day to day.
Day to day,
McDonald's,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, but you would wanna pick up another player before they played the next week or the next game or the next whatever.
I
You
mean,
wouldn't wanna play a game with down a player.
there's times when players are just out for a game though, and you wouldn't wanna be doing that, so. Dan says I can get plaques and tags I can laser.
Look at that. You're welcome.
He's such a bitch.
Hey, you wouldn't know Dan without me, so you're welcome, buddy. Thank you,
I
Dan.
think Clear Lake's population is like 400 and something.
Yeah, but Dan's from New Richmond
Oh, okay.
and was previously from Woodville, who was neighbors with my dad.
And Woodville's like 40 people.
No,
So Beth, does that mean you wanna get into this league?
yeah, she does.
Okay. Dan, you're in it,
And Chase and Jim.
Chase and Jim.
And I'll get Tim in too, even though you guys think.
I don't really know if I want Tim, to be honest. He was just bitch the whole time.
I think his best place is maybe in the kitchen, doing dishes or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't think he
So,
does,
yeah,
I
if-
don't think he does this shit. I think
Should
he
come.
could.
Make
He
him.
could contribute to the beer pyramid can thing, like,
I might lose my job over this podcast right now.
Jim might promote you guys.
you better give us a recipe.
I don't think Tim's watching.
Oh, I'm
so you can
charging-
Say whatever you want.
I'm charging NFL wages right now. To be here and advertise, raising the bar, I'm actually getting paid millions. He just found out this right now, but
Me too.
You gonna tell him this, or are we?
I just did.
Is he-
He's watching. They're
Is he?
watching. They're watching. They had it on in the bar.
Okay. So we
They're
really
one of
suck
the
at it.
6 others because you count as one.
Doesn't matter, it's still 7 people.
Probably can't hear us over Tim's horrible singing at karaoke.
Yes, there is that.
You guys haven't heard
I
this.
know that, Dan, but I just wanna be goofy and be all crappy about it. Bah humbug, that's me.
Did he send you? the
However,
link to
it
the
was a
Woodville
fantasy
podcast?
come true when the Cubs won the World Series. Says Beth.
I was told to say go Dodgers.
Nope.
Is there any more in there?
Why be good, be lazy, Dan says.
Not being lazy.
Yeah, Ron has to keep
But
track.
we're bartending over. This is how good the service at Raising the Bar is. If
Oh.
you need a beer, you get a beer.
Absolutely. I walk in there and Sarah, automatically, I sit down and there's a beer in front of me.
You don't even have to tell her what you want.
Absolutely.
I know what you want before I know your name.
Same for me, but it also happens with the Midway too.
I think his name is Sam.
It's Jackass. Not a wise. A crabby jackass.
Hey, we haven't talked about the salty dog much.
I was just gonna bring that up to you. Literally, it's right on my sheet to talk about,
There you go.
but you don't have any wisdom and opinions this week?
That's it at the end of the show.
Just asking.
We're not done yet, are we?
No,
Okay.
What's the salty dog? Let's hear.
that's Dan.
That's Dan.
Oh,
He makes,
gotcha.
He does.
he made me some hats. He made these koozies.
Nice.
He made us some koozies that we're gonna sell at Raising the Bar and the Midway.
He does the laser engraving
He's
on
does
tumblers. and-
t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, tumblers.
He's done some of my charcuterie boards. He's done a charcuterie board for me.
Okay.
He's a fun guy to drink beer with.
Absolutely. And he does outstanding work.
Yeah.
So
Go down.
If
Go down.
you're looking for somebody with custom laser engraving, he should be tagged in one of the last posts on the page on Facebook. So thanks, Dan, for everything that you do for us.
absolutely. Dan says thank you.
Which he needs to come up here and drink beer with us again. Well, he didn't drink last time.
Has he been on the podcast?
One time. Yep. Dan is very knowledgeable on the sporting subjects. He knows a lot about all the players. So I want to bring something up about this week that came up in the news and baseball with the Dodgers.
Go
And
down.
they're-
Oh, it's Shohei Ohtani?
Yes,
He's screwed.
he is.
He's screwed.
And therefore, no one should pick him up in the fantasy league.
No, he should be banned.
Yeah, he should be.
Steroids?
No,
No.
he bet on games.
Bet on games.
Oh.
Just like Pete Rose.
Yep.
But so he claimed that his bookie lost over $4 million. Or not his bookie, his translator.
Translator. Yeah.
But yet no bookie would allow the debt to get over, I don't even know how much, because I've never bet like that before, but $4 million. And then
That's a problem.
they claim that, Ohtani was just covering his losses. But yet you look back in the games that were bet on, he was supposed to throw them. And he did. He went 0 for 3 at the plate and he gave up 6 earned runs.
No way. I didn't hear all this.
I saw a video and they were going back talking about the games that were bet on, and he was supposed to throw the game, and he definitely threw those games. Like, not even trying to fucking be good at all. And he gives up 6 earned runs, like 2 or 3 home runs. He goes over 3 at the plate.
Dan is saying that he didn't do anything. His translator came clean.
They're still investigating it,
Yeah.
and it's
What does this translator have to do with it?
because he's
Doesn't speak-
Japanese,
Doesn't speak English.
and he's the richest man in baseball.
Oh, really?
Because he's like the second coming of Babe Ruth.
Okay.
He can pitch and hit. So when he's not pitching, he's hitting. But when he's pitching, he's also hitting.
Yeah.
Because he's a designated hitter all the time.
Gotcha.
So, but yet he's still playing while he's under investigation.
And
so that
his
doesn't.
translator bet on a bunch of games and lost a bunch of money and
Mhm. So they say. So he says.
This is also true. Dan is saying that he never bet on baseball, but they were still betting.
Yes, but
That's what they were reporting on KFAN this morning.
yeah, but I also saw that when he played for the Angels, those games were bet on, and funds were given to, like, $500,000 was given to that bookie for that game, or the day of that game, on Ohtani having a horrible game. And guess what happened? Ohtani had a horrible game.
Yeah.
And he never does. He never really has a bad game.
And I would also say if you're the richest man in baseball, you can afford to pay your translator to say, yep, it was me.
Oh, the thing is though, is that he probably doesn't wanna face jail time, it's like 10 or 15 years in prison.
He wouldn't just face jail time, he'd lose his career.
Well, it's,
Nobody would play him.
well, he also claims that he graduated from college, but yet the college has no record of him going to school there. What else was I gonna say? I mean, Otani's contract is what, like $700 million?
Jesus,
Something like that, yeah.
that's a lot for
The
baseball.
Dodgers will pay it, so.
So, and then they signed that other Japanese pitcher for like 200 million, something like that. And Otani's contract is for like 12 years, which after that 12 season will be 40. Or no, it'll be 42, I think.
I can't believe there isn't a salary cap in baseball.
It's all depends on the market.
You know.
How do we
Like
get one of them?
Milwaukee can't spend that much because they don't have that big of a market. They're one of the smaller market teams where the Dodgers are all west in LA.
Yeah.
They have they have the whole Southwest. The Diamondbacks are in Arizona, but they're not that big of a market.
Yeah.
They're thinking about bringing a team to Salt Lake City, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because
Utah?
there's not a huge market for a team there. So it was Salt Lake City, Montana, or can't remember the other one. There's one more that there were three of the ones that the MLB was seriously considering because they want to expand at least one more team. So they'll bring it up to 33 teams. So, which I think the Marlins were the last expansion team in 99. 98 or 99, I want to say.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you on
And
that.
they went and won the World Series in 2001. Which
Those-
I can't give Amy shit because she's not here, but
yeah, she's
their
not
wonderful manager, Craig Counsell, was on that team. Fuck Craig Counsell, but that's all I want to say.
I'd just like to say hi to Brock Zemke who's watching.
Hi, Brock.
I appreciate you cleaning the driveway out for me the other day again. You've been a gem. Thank you very much.
Should have brought the whole case.
There's some bottles in the fridge.
Still?
Yep.
Um,
So, what's next on the agenda? Are we getting down?
I would like to talk about that new business.
Your mom, your dad, and stepmoms?
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, my dad and my stepmom recently bought St. Croix Custom Apparel. I don't want to step on Dan's toes for being a sponsor. They do. Dan has clients, and my dad has clients.
Yep.
So it's two. But anyways, my dad and stepmom take over on the 1st. So after that, I'm gonna promote the living hell out of them because it's now a family business.
As you should.
And again, I don't want to step on Dan's toes at all. Dan's awesome. But there will be
He says you're good, no worries, already talked.
hats, literally everything. My dad wants to get into signs and banners, you know, a whole lot of different stuff. Like I said, it's gonna be a family business that the family helps out as much as they can.
Are they doing t-shirts and hats and koozies as well?
Not koozies.
Dan has just said they already talked and they're gonna be doing some work together. So. Which, more power to them, they can really blow up
Yeah.
things if they want to that way.
I don't know if they're gonna keep it as St. Croix Custom Apparel. It will be moving to their house in Woodville, into the basement, which we gotta go help, us kids have to go help them move everything to the new location, which is their basement, on Saturday. Yeah, more than likely, you're gonna see me wearing something Secret Custom Apparel
Yeah.
to promote. We'll be in parades, we'll be in. So if we come knocking on your door, you know,
Between Dan and your dad and stepmom, I definitely want a sweatshirt, t-shirt or something of the Guitar Lounge made, so,
you're gonna pay for it.
I know that. I will too.
Top dollar.
So, since I got you on it, I get a commission. No.
And since we're guest starring tonight, do we get like complimentary Guitar Lounge sweatshirts? Cause I would take a sweatshirt.
He doesn't have one. I don't have one yet.
It's like a guitar.
Oh.
I don't blame him.
I wouldn't know what to do with the guitar, so I'll just take a sweatshirt.
Since I lost the end of that finger, I don't know what to do with the guitar either, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So they officially take over this weekend.
I think I hit your lawn with the bucket when I was cleaning your driveway. You will find out in all the snow melt, sorry.
Sounds about right.
As long as I didn't have to shovel it, I'm cool with that.
Like I said, I don't know if they're gonna keep it as St. Clair Custom Apparel at this point. They might change it. They probably won't. They already have a huge
Right.
client base, you know, there's not a lot of places around here that do that kind of stuff. But, yeah, I've tagged, St. Clair Custom Apparel on the page, and you'll probably be seeing a lot more of it, so, and if, come on here,
Just gave him the goes.
might be wearing St. Clair Custom Apparel, so,
Yeah, I was peeking down there.
Look up St. Clair Custom Apparel on Facebook, and I believe we will be revamping the website. So
Oh,
just stay tuned,
I
no
got a
post
request
on
from
the
T, you know. T.
Facebook page.
She's probably, she cooks, raising the bar.
Oh, Tara.
No, not Tara, T. She wants a salty dog can koozie. Can I take a salty dog?
Yeah.
Hi T, I got you a koozie. She texted me and asked for a koozie, so.
There's ice in the bucket back there too, for you guys.
So yeah, we're excited about the new business starting up and becoming partners with them. So,
Well, I don't say partners, you're just gonna buy
well,
stuff from
not partners, but yeah.
being, you know, I'd add, I will be ordering shirts and sweatshirts and,
Well, put it this way, not partners, but it'll be whenever we're on the air, they will be brought up as a sponsor, so.
so,
Which I like to say, our sponsors do not pay a dime
no,
for us. So
I have
we
been,
do this on our own.
I have been asked if we wanted any compensation, and no. I just, we like promoting small businesses around the area, and Beard, Wisconsin, they're still a small
Yeah.
business, they're just out of Milwaukee, so, the Milwaukee area, so, you know, some people say it's a lot having 4, now 5 sponsors. Which I haven't asked my dad if he wants to be a sponsor
He
yet.
doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice.
But,
As the one and only member of the rules committee, I don't think he's allowed to make that choice.
So,
and Ron's Woodworks.
Ron's Woodworks. Yep.
I think you should talk about that.
Well,
Do you make beanbag boards?
I
Used to.
used to.
But
If I got
sweet
got
talk
twisted,
him,
someone twisted my arm hard enough, I might make another set, but
Why don't,
No, bring,
I don't
bring
wanna
the,
have to.
bring the
touch
letter
that.
B up. Yeah, Ron's Woodworks, I do a multitude of the stuff, I was working on beanbag boards early on and stuff, I've gotten away from that. I do charcuterie boards, cutting boards, and now I'm doing some custom work. Blake has this letter B, which is for a wedding that's coming up for a couple. This is what they're gonna use for their guest book. People are gonna sign that, and then we're gonna seal it with a polyurethane afterwards, and they're gonna hang it up on their wall somewhere.
I think you should do that with, instead of a piece of wood, you should do that with ours with a J.
I could make a J for you.
It's gonna be
So-
pretty big though.
Well, this letter B is, just so everybody knows, it's 3 feet by 2 feet wide.
And
And
he also,
I drew this out by hand, everything's by hand here, so.
he also makes rings. Can't really see that very well. He made my wedding ring.
Let me see.
And recently, I just did some work for Raisin Bar, and Jim asked me about, if I would be able to create some, serving boards for their pizzas, the 12-inch pizza and.
Oh my god, anything would be better than them super hot pans.
And they
Yeah.
really are, I mean, you can just get your hand underneath that
Well,
handle
yeah,
and it's.
The ladies here will attest to it, that,
Yes,
we
we would love some serving boards for pizzas. What is this in the middle here?
In the middle.
What is the
It's
color
wood.
wood? Oh, it's wood.
What type of wood?
No, I don't care, I don't care what type of wood.
I don't know what.
That's fantastic, I'm just
Smells like
nerdy.
oak. Or, it's not ash.
It's a wedding ring.
I have a number, I got probably a dozen and a half rings made upstairs in the bag, but I make them anywhere from, hickory, cedar. That one over there, that's a cedar ring right there.
Mine's made out of ash.
Ash,
Ash, walnut, birch.
so basically all the things.
Yeah, I'll make whatever
All
anybody
the
wants,
things.
but I'm drying out some birch burl. Guy gave me a burl from the birch tree. I have that drying out in the garage right now. And I will eventually be making rings out of that also, so. So yeah, I like to create stuff out of whatever I can create. I'm making a bowl out there right now, I have it on the lathe right now. I poured epoxy resin in it last night on the second coat, second part, and I have to let it dry for a couple days so that it's hard enough to work with again, but I don't have plans, I don't go by plans, I do not follow directions, I make stuff the way I want to make it.
Clearly,
So, and the boards I made for Raisin Bar for the pizza, they were all just whatever put together. There
fly
was
by
no-
night kind of things.
There's no pattern, there's nothing, I just put it together, so. I love doing it, I love creating for people, and it makes me happy, put it that way.
Perfect. That's a great combination.
Plus, I made the bar, the tables here, it's stuff out of the homemade, so. So, yeah,
We're gonna have to make a video and give a tour of the bar too. Some
you can
point.
do that sometime, yeah. Plus, I have my branding iron now too for my logo too, so we gotta do a video of that sometime too.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
Well, you got your wisdom and opinions.
oh, so the Zemkes are talking about the European mountain deer heads, the plaques I made for them
Those
also.
are awesome.
Oh, you make plaques for European ones?
I'll show you some pictures after.
Yeah,
you're done.
please, because I have a I mean, my deer was barely a deer, but it was my first year deer hunting, but I do have a European mount and I don't have a plaque behind it, so.
Emily is watching from the Midway, the Friday night bartender. Love
Cool.
her. Emily Coon,
Mhm.
yeah.
Nice, hi Emily,
Anyhow,
you're my favorite.
Isn't she wonderful?
She is, I
So
love her.
fun.
Oh my god, I love her. She's the most amazing personality ever.
You literally just had to look in the window and she's got a beer open already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I barely sit down and she's just looking at the beer. So, yeah.
Yeah, your wisdom and opinions.
I do. And
Well,
everybody knows I'm
more
really
opinions and
full of,
wisdom.
Very wise and full of
I'm
Full of
opin-
shit.
opinions or something.
His eyes aren't brown.
Okay.
They're blue.
They're definitely blue. He's so full of wisdom, he had to write it down first.
Oh, I do. I put some time and effort into wisdom and opinions right here.
Oh, yep, wisdom and opinions.
I know, I wrote this down like 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember what it is. Oh, hey, this is a good one. Kind of fits for the night since we have bartenders in the house. So everybody's waiting for the wisdom and opinions, so I'm just gonna get right into it. My wisdom for this week consists of alcohol does not solve any problems, but neither does milk.
True story. That's why a lot of bars don't even serve milk.
Especially if you're lactose intolerant like me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We know.
And no good story ever started with a salad.
No.
So yeah, here's the alcohol. Al's my best friend.
Al is your best friend, huh? Cheers.
Alcohol.
And everybody is waiting for my opinion, which doesn't mean a whole lot, but I'm still gonna give it. I don't remember what this one is either. Oh, yeah. In my opinion, slapstick comedy is really funny unless you're the one getting slapped with the stick.
True story.
So think about that next time you're making jokes about stuff and people. Just remember it kind of stings too if you're the person.
That could have been the wisdom as well as
Could have been.
the opinion.
Yeah, but you also, if you were giving out shit, you need to be able to take shit.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So, that's all I have. I'll have to try to put trivia together again sometime too.
Well, baseball trivia now.
Baseball trivia, true. Yep. This town's got some baseball trivia, so.
I have a book,
I know there's a baseball player that comes from here.
Last Legal Spitballer.
Yeah.
Can't give that shit away, come on now. Could be a
Just
trivia.
saying.
Yeah,
It's a
it could
hint.
be a trivia question.
It's a hint.
Quiet.
I have a book about him. The author came to Clear Lake when I was a kid. I have a signed copy.
So, I'd like to say thank you to these lovely ladies that came and
Thank you.
be on the show tonight.
Sorry if I talk too much.
It's nice hearing somebody other than him talk.
Yeah.
You will both sign the post before you leave, because
Okay.
that's what people do here. And you're always welcome whenever there's a show on, if you guys wanna come on over. We love having people.
Just show up.
We'll just have to make stadium seating at some point.
Yeah, right. Might have to knock out that wall and add an addition.
Yep.
Oh, and Joe wanted you to talk about the pool league.
Pool league. I was MVP. That's probably what he wants me to talk about. I know he wants to hear about how I was the highest scoring girl in the whole league. And I took over captain. I kind of stole his job a little bit. I kind of did
That's
steal
okay.
his job, yeah. But he didn't even know how to keep score, so I had to steal his job.
Well, good for you. You need people like you doing stuff like that.
And we're gonna play pool again next year, and next year we're gonna have more than one team, so if you're interested in pool for the pool league next year, absolutely come to Raising the Bar and we will talk.
Yeah, me that has a pool table and never plays it.
Well, okay, so not just for you, I'm more talking to your viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do it. I know
We
somebody that
can
can,
actually do pool league here too.
I know somebody that can make us jerseys.
And Raising the Bar is making big expansions and exciting things, so
Stay posted.
yeah, stay posted. We're gonna do good things.
Awesome.
I can't wait for the golf.
I know that there's this big seasonal music festival coming up, 9 bands. I can't find the date
I
online.
did hear about.
I'm probably gonna get fired because I don't know the date, but it's coming up and I'll get you the information, you can post it
Jim.
on your page.
Jim, just fire her now.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
just let me go.
She already said she makes millions of dollars, so.
No, I'm charging millions. I didn't say I make it.
Oh,
He's not aware of the fact
He hasn't
that
wrote the check yet.
if I'm gonna go live, I mean, I need compensation.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're bartending, you're live.
Shh, stop now. You're trying to cut me out of my raise.
okay,
That's it.
that's about it.
So
Another boring show.
hopefully next Friday, if we can,
If we have to set it up and see, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if the season starts or not, we can still do this, because it's all gonna be on stats anyway, so.
season starts tomorrow, so.
Count me in on the fantasy league. I for sure want to
Okay.
do this.
I'll get your information for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I think she should play too.
I only
I
have
might just for the fun. of
I
it.
only have like one other friend who cares about baseball, so.
Don't be mad if I win out of beginner's luck.
You just gotta rub it in his face.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, all I have to say is
Put
don't
the
be mad if
trophy
I'm
up
the
and raise
pitcher
the
and not the
bar.
catcher.
And every time he comes in, you just set the trophy. in
I'm
front.
fine with the pitcher.
Not the beer, the trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, oh,
We'll see.
I'm sorry, I thought,
It is
there's
his
a
rules.
beer.
I have to approve all this stuff.
I'm making a beer trophy, whether you like it or not.
I have to
And
approve
Dan
it.
said that he's gonna make a flag, so.
I have to approve everything.
I don't care.
Dan's probably no problem, but you, yeah, we're gonna have to approve it.
Ouch.
You wouldn't be on here if it wasn't for me. But anyway,
I'm also the best man in this wedding coming up.
Nice, congratulations.
thank you.
You're welcome.
She's right there.
I know.
We forgot to mention you that you were here.
Amelia's gonna be in the league too.
She's
For the
like,
fun
leave
of
me
it.
out.
And we gotta do a smoke fest again too.
I mean, if he's doing all the points
I'm
and
putting
all we
some
have
thought
to do is
into
pick a
that,
team,
and I
who
just
really even cares if you
Kinda
don't
wanna
like it?
do it this spring.
So look, we already got 6 people, 4 or 5
Before the
people.
wedding.
Before the wedding, it'd be in May. So, I gotta do some crunching to make sure things.
Which is like a month away.
Exactly.
But anyways,
So yeah, I'm gonna mention that. I used to do a smoke fest. I did it for 2 years. Thinking I might do it, but instead of the fall, I'm gonna do it this spring. So if anybody wants,
Music festival.
if anybody wants to get involved in a smoking meat competition here at the house here.
I wanted my first time ever smoking chicken.
Yeah, I've never won.
I know, you get, you got the little triangle trophy. Hey, I didn't
So-
even know that I won at first, so. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode.
Thanks for the ladies coming in.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for
coming.
having
And Amelia,
And Amelia.
who doesn't wanna be on camera. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate everybody and all our sponsors. Don't know about next week's show yet, but we'll keep you posted.
As always, go Pack Go.
Skol.